So I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. Yes, we're in lockdown, our poor hairdressers are closed. Rich decided last night to dye my hair. He wanted to pick the colour, and I kind of knew it would probably end up pretty stripy because I have got a few colours going on in the lower parts of my head. So embracing the stripy look today, but at least it will make a few people smile. To be fair though, he has done a good job. So with the application, it was just the colour's fault. Yeah, but like I say, give a few people a few laughs, and we definitely all need that at the moment, which kind of leads me on nicely to my video for the day, which is lockdown well-being. So here we are in lockdown number 3 in England, and I don't think any of us could have envisaged that we would be at this point nearly a year on from the pandemic starting. And I know for myself, my family, my friends, my clients, I think we've pretty much all suffering the most, struggling the most during this lockdown than we have the previous 2, for different reasons, you know, financially, socially, mentally, physically. It doesn't help as well. See, it's winter. We've just had January. We made it through January. January is typically harder for a lot of people. But we are, even though it's snowing today, but I have daffodils. The world's a wonderful thing, isn't it? We are going to be coming into the lighter evenings. The sun's going to start coming. We've got the vaccine. It is looking brighter and better, but we still more now than ever really need to be mindful about our well-being, really need to be mindful and proactive about taking care of ourselves mentally and physically. So I hope this video just gives you maybe a couple of simple ideas that you can incorporate into your life, or just be mindful about just to help you kind of feel at your best. So one thing I've really been trying to practice, especially over this last year, is just living in the moment. So when I find myself stressing about things that have gone by, or worrying about things in the future that might not even ever happen, I try and just really pull myself back into the now and know that right now, you know, everything's okay, I'm safe, and just deal with what's happening right now, because that's really all that we have control of to a degree. This pandemic has really kind of taught us that so many things are out of our control, and really if we can try to stop worrying about the things that aren't in our control and just focus on the things that we can control, then it does help to reduce stress levels and anxiety. You know, some people use breath work for this. So literally when you feel your thoughts running away, to just bring yourself back into the moment and just slow your breathing down, even if it's just for literally 30 seconds, a minute, whatever you can find. Even if, you know, there's a whole million things going on, if you can just take yourself, you know, into the bathroom or to a quiet place for a minute and just bring yourself into a calm state. Some people use meditation to do this as well, which is great, but I find breath work to just be really effective. So simply what I do, and people do many different things, I just simply breathe in for the count of 3, really breathe in deep into my diaphragm, hold the breath for a count of 4, and then breathe out for a count of 5. And even just doing that a few times really helps to just calm me down and bring me back to the moment. So the pandemic has meant that a lot of our routine and structure has literally gone out the window, and having a consistent structure to our life can really help to give us a sense of calmness and sense of purpose. So to have this disrupted can really affect those feelings and make us feel a bit anxious or make us feel a bit unrested. So it's important and really beneficial to try and get a new structure and routine in place for ourselves and our household. I know many people are homeschooling, trying to juggle work and everything else that's going on in the world with regards to the stress that it's bringing. You know, we can't get out like we normally would and go for coffee or go to the shops or go and get our hair done. And even those little routines, maybe going to get your hair done once a month or going to meet your friend on a Saturday for coffee, simple things like that, we don't realise how much they benefit our lives. So really it's important at the moment to get as much structure into our lives as possible. So simple things that can make all the difference could be literally making sure you get up at the same time every morning. So setting your alarm, getting out of bed as if you are going out the house. I know some of us are lucky enough to still, you know, be working and going out and doing what we're able to do as essential and key workers. But if you are working from home and your structure's a bit looser with time, try just getting up at the same time, getting yourself ready, having your breakfast and having that structure to your day, even trying to get your lunch times in at the same time. Just simple things like that can really help. And you know, I've worked this in with some of my clients that are really struggling with anxiety levels, and even it meaning that then their routine with their eating and routine with, you know, drinking water and things like that had really just gone, and the negative effects for them weren't great. But they've found that getting the simple structure back in has really helped them to find a sense of calm. A really simple tool that can help with purpose, routine, structure, a sense of achievement is something that I've done with my clients and I've done myself, is a fridge sheet. And I know a lot of households do this already and find it great. So it's literally like a sheet, you put on your fridge, make up your own spreadsheet of what you want to achieve in that week, and perhaps something, if you've got kids, that you want your kids to achieve in that week. Make it things that are achievable, so you, when you achieve them, you can put a nice tick on there. If you've got stickers, bung a like gold star on there, and it's a really nice positive tool, and it also makes you accountable as well to what you want to achieve that week. So for example, for, you know, some of my clients, they really want to make sure they get outside, especially ones that are working from home. They really want to make sure they get outside 4 to 5 times a week, for example, for a walk outside with their family. So they'll put that on there, and each time they go out for a walk, whether it's 20 minutes, half an hour, that they tick it off on the list as a family. And you know what, the kids are loving it as much as the adults. So simple things like that. Or if you want to make sure that, you know, you're eating a wholesome breakfast Monday to Friday, then pop that on there, and every morning you have your breakfast, bung a tick on that fridge sheet for yourself. And like I say, it's great for accountability, great for mindfulness as well, where it's on the fridge. You know, we're all going to the fridge probably a lot more than we were prior to lockdown and the extra stress and stuff that's come with the pandemic. So you're going to see it a lot. So it's a constant reminder. If we write down our little goals and targets and things we want to achieve and just shove it in a drawer or in a book or something like that, we're not, I believe we're not seeing it enough to keep it in the forefront of our mind. So bung it on the fridge, keep it in eyesight, and make it achievable. Make all the little tasks something that's really going to benefit your well-being. Screen time has gone through the roof during the pandemic, and obviously with homeschooling and a lot of people working from home, so meetings that you'd normally have face-to-face or out and about are now all via the screen, and even our interaction with our friends and family via screen time. Do you know what, which is amazing, and without technology, obviously I'm talking to you guys now and I'm sharing this information via technology. You can see my face, you can hear my voice, and I think, you know, it's a really nice personal way to stay in touch and for everything to just be really relatable, especially now when we're missing that human touch. But saying that, it is important that we do manage our time using technology, and we do maybe have a cut-off switch from it at night, or make sure we're getting good consistent breaks away from the screen. One way to do this, if you're back to back with meetings on the screen and doing emails and everything like that, try and set perhaps an alarm for yourself to just take 10 minutes away from your screen, not to go away from your screen and then grab your phone and be on that screen, to go away from all technology. That's to go and make yourself a cup of tea, look out the window and just get some daylight on your eyes and on your face, just to give yourself those consistent breaks away from the screens. It has been looked at, and it's, you know, been suggested that taking those breaks helps with productivity as well. So yeah, being mindful of tech time, setting those alarms, giving yourself a little cue to make sure you have time away from your screens. Nature has been a saving grace for so many of us throughout this pandemic. It has been a constant. It has been something that's flourished. It has been something that is just there for all of us. It's free, it's accessible, and it's never been taken away from us. Yes, our time may have been limited with it, with regards to how long we're allowed to be outside and obviously who with, but it's there when we look out of our window, and that's amazing and creates a sense of hope and peace, I think. I mean, obviously we are in winter at the moment, the sun isn't shining, but it's snowing, which I think is pretty amazing. And I don't know whether you can see my daffodils. So we have spring coming and it's snowing. How amazing is nature to just be constantly healing and growing and providing us all with hope. So do stay in touch with nature. Do get outside, even though it's, you know, not summer anymore. Wrap up warm, make sure you do get outside, soak it up, because it is so peaceful and so important for our well-being. Nutrition. So naturally, I couldn't do a video about any kind of well-being without discussing one of the tools I use with my clients to help them to feel their very best, whether we're in a pandemic or out of a pandemic. So a few simple things we can do to help ourselves to feel at our best is, one, to stay hydrated. This is talked about so much, but please, if you are finding that you're not drinking enough water throughout the day, you might be finding you're getting headaches, feel lethargic, do just try to increase your water intake. If that means that you perhaps set a little alarm for yourself to remind you to drink your water, or one good thing is to literally have a bottle of water by your side while you're working, so it's there, so there's less resistance between you drinking the water. Like, even if it means you've got to go over to the tap, get a glass of water, it's kind of out of your sight. But if the water's there, potentially you're going to drink it more because it's right in front of you. So give that a go. Just increase your water intake if you aren't drinking enough, and just that alone can help us to feel so much better within ourselves. Or when you get up in the morning, drink a glass of water straight away. Have a glass of water by the side of your bed so it's there ready for you in the morning. Just get into the habit of doing that. Then you're already one glass down for the day. So give that a go. Also, making sure that our first meal of the day is a nutritious one. Starting the day with healthy food in a crazy kind of way really can snowball into us for the rest of the day eating well. It clicks something in our mind. It's quite clever. So whenever you feel, I know a lot of people don't feel like eating first thing in the morning. Again, I don't believe that forcing ourselves to eat at a certain time just because we've been told or we think that's the right thing to do is going to work, because you're not going to enjoy that process, so it's not going to last long term. So when you feel like eating in the morning, that first meal, make it a nutritious one, also something you enjoy as well. So for myself, 9 times out of 10, I have oats with mixed berries, mixed nuts, and either my vegan protein or collagen. I enjoy this meal. I mix it up a bit with different fruits and different nuts and seeds, and my body feels great on it. I feel great on it, and I know I've given my body everything it needs to feel the best it can. So do that. Start your day with a healthy meal and see how it treats you throughout the rest of the day. And of course, now's not the time. As I said, I don't like restriction anyway, but now with food, now's not the time to maybe be completely taking away all of our treats. We have enough restrictions on our life, enough joy that's been taken out of our life, that to then take away food or drink that we enjoy, it's probably not the best time for it. So enjoy the food and drink you like to have, but be mindful about how much you're having and that it's balanced with lots of nutritious foods as well. And also make sure that you're enjoying the food and drink and that you're not using it as a form of escapism or a form of comfort, that you are enjoying it for, you know, a positive reason. Exercise. So again, I couldn't do a video about well-being without addressing one of the tools I use to really help my clients to look and feel their best. So what I say to my clients, and also with myself, you have to find a form of movement that you enjoy doing. Otherwise, you're not going to do it consistently. And consistency is key when it comes to exercise and movement to get the results you want and to get the benefits. So whether you enjoy HIIT workouts or Pilates, yoga, running, walking, resistance training, Peloton, if anyone has a Peloton, I'm very jealous, they look amazing. Whatever it is you enjoy doing, then literally schedule it in with yourself. Be accountable to it. Get it in your diary. I do it with my training. I make sure I have to schedule in when I'm going to exercise, like it's an appointment with myself. So I know I'm going to do it. I'm accountable to that. My clients are accountable to me, which is great. I have an app where they've got all their workouts in, and they can, once they've done the workout, they log they've done it, and I can see my end that they've done it. And that gives them the accountability and helps the motivation for them to do it, because they know I'm going to see when they've done it. And I love that. From my end, it gives me such satisfaction to know they've worked out and they've enjoyed it and they've got the benefits from it. I'm lucky enough in this lockdown to be allowed to go out and train my clients one-to-one outside, and I'm so grateful for that, and my clients are so grateful for that. I see firsthand every time the benefits they get mentally from that session, and it's so rewarding for me. You know, it's not all about, obviously weight loss and being at a healthy weight is super important, but exercise isn't all about that. And if we focus on how good it makes us feel rather than the weight loss, I think it puts a nice kind of positive spin on it. Yes, and ones I can't train outside, I train online. So we still get that energy through the screen and we get to see each other. And again, it's that accountability, which is key. So whether you have a coach or a trainer that you're allowed to see outside one-to-one or online, or a friend or a family member you can be accountable, then it's really going to help with that consistency with your exercise. So get moving, get those happy hormones pumping, use exercise to just relieve stress, help to manage weight, and really help with our general well-being. Something I found myself doing probably more so during the first lockdown was watching way too much of the news. I would find myself watching the same piece of information 3 or 4 times. It's important to be informed, but I think we can overload and overwhelm ourselves with too much negative information. So it's important to manage that and be mindful of that. So, you know, I watch the news, so I know what's going on. I know what the guidelines are. I have an understanding of what's going on in the world, which is, it's important to be educated on that, I believe, but also to know when to switch off and put some happy music on, or just something else that's just gonna take your mind off it for a bit and ground yourself and put your mind into perhaps a more positive, rested state. This pandemic has taught us so many amazing things, I think, amongst obviously the sadness and devastation it has caused and is causing. We have learned what is really important to us, and it's those simple things in life that bring us happiness. One of those things being the connection we really need between each other, that human connection, that touch, those hugs, the coffee meetups, the exercising together, shopping, just sharing each other's lives, coming into each other's homes, and you know, the things that we really took for granted and never thought would be taken away from us. And obviously at the moment they have. So it's really important for us all to stay connected as much as we can. I mean, obviously, again, technology has stepped in and been so great for this, whether that's, you know, just a telephone call, text messages, FaceTime, Skypes, even on social media. It can provide such a positive platform to stay connected. Obviously, I'm connecting with you guys right now. But if you are feeling isolated and alone, then please do reach out to someone. If you don't feel like you've, you know, got a friend or family member you can reach out to, then seek professional help or contact a charity. You know, contact someone that's going to help you, because there are people out there that want to help. Please don't feel alone and isolated, especially during this time. It's a lot more common. So do reach out, and, you know, let's try and all look out for each other as much as we can. Yeah, so I hope this video, you know, has helped you guys a little bit, and you can take a couple of snippets out of it that might help with your well-being. That's the whole reason I kind of sit here and chat over things. So do take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching, and do share this video with anyone you feel would benefit, and give that subscribe button a little hit if that's okay. Take care of yourselves. Thanks very much. Lots of love.